what's up, guys? Just checking, making sure that everything is live here, and it looks like it is working. So we're good. Just waiting on the action to begin. Maybe we could do one of those puzzle games while we wait, but honestly, I don't think it will work all that well with actually, I'm gonna get my mouse. I forgot. I do set up my mouse when I live stream, but I'm not sure how it'll work on BlueStacks. Thank you, Miguel. But I don't really think I need luck, except that my internet connection works, which hope I'm not jinxing it. It's never been a problem. I'm just saying that I'm not in All-Stars, so I don't really, not cheering for anybody, have no skin in the game. Luck is not needed for me. All right, so I'll do the all important to make sure my bubble is good. Okay, looks like Battlefield has started and I can enter because I now have a Battlefield truce. Okay, so normally they make me log in on another device to bump this one, which I will do now. And then I restart it. And I should be in the battlefield. Yes, so here we are. I am Eagle Team on C1. So let's look at the map right now. Let's see what that means exactly. Okay, so It is the Shalons style with the 4 sand pits. So far I see no teams. I thought they would be... Oh no, I'm in before them. They should be joining in 35 seconds. And then they wait for 5 minutes, I believe, before it starts. So I haven't done Continent 1 in a couple All-Stars now. I've mostly stuck to C3 or 4, whatever the lowest was at the time. And the play action, the game action, was actually a little more boring, right? Because people run out of troops a lot faster there. But I just thought that the audience was actually really involved and cared. So I found it fun. Where C1, everyone's kind of like, eh. But it is big and lots of action. And I've heard, I haven't done the first 2 rounds, because it's a work week, and I have spoke to Evony to tell them that they need to start having... Okay, so here's the guys, and I've heard that Waggy Monster, I remember him. I've heard, and Peter. I've heard that big keeps like 6-7 billion are getting one-shotted with these new rally sizes. Love Letter. We play against him often in SVS. He is a good player. So what I was saying was, I talked with Evony about they need to make the first couple rounds time zone specific so that people can play. So like if all North Americans play each other in the first round, you can have the game at 8 or 9 p.m. rather than midnight for North Americans. And you could do the same, and then in the finals on the weekend like today, you could have it later. But to ask people for a mobile game to stay up till 2 in the morning on a work day is a little bit much. Okay, so you can see King Tron here. We play against him actually in SVS a lot also, and Waggy Monster. So let's just see what they're saying here. So GK, what do you think would be a decent number of troops required in layers to go in All-Stars and not get wrecked by a 31? Oh, we're going to find out today. I think I'm 2.6 billion power, and I don't know, that's like 65 million troops for me, 70 million, somewhere around there. And I'd get probably one-shotted right now, it looks like. So I think you need maybe 2 or 3 times. I've heard 7B is getting one-shotted, but I don't know if that involves a bad makeup or a good makeup and good tech and whatnot. I'd have to see everything. But what I do know is there is some monster players with big percentages attacking. Okay, let's we got a couple minutes here. Let's take a quick roller pig. Okay, we play him. So I play against lots of these guys in SVS, or my server does. I actually don't play SVS too much all the time, but I recognize these names. So I think there's only one person from my server that is... Oh, Luan Pham. Yes, this guy we play against. So many big keeps right now. 39s. Haven't seen a 40 yet, but I know they're out there. So there's only one guy from my server, I think, unless... I haven't been paying attention to the earlier rounds, so I'm not totally sure. But from the world chat, I did not see... Congratulations to many people. Yes, so right here, this is from my server. Hebrew Hammer normally goes by the name White Mamba or Dirk McGurk. Apparently that was a name of his from a long time ago before I merged to their server. Crayons. He is in the Misers Alliance and Mizzy's Alliance, and he has a, and I love this name, and he has a player interview with by Freedom up on Freedom's channel. And so the wife is out right now. Mrs. Genghis is not home, so hopefully the baby sleeps through the night. Otherwise, you guys might get to meet baby Genghis. You have screenshots of some big time one shots, a 3.4 and a 3.8. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I heard, okay, it looks like the battle is on, but I have heard that 7 Bill has got one shotted, and I'd love to see that. So this is Shalon style, 4 teams, and so you can see people are scouting right now. So it looks like there's just a few solo attacks right now and just lots of scouting. Okay, looks like Elpen is getting hit, getting reinforced, 7.4B. And let's see what he just got put down to. He lost 900 million. Wow, look at that. 20 and Love Letters getting hit. He's at 10.5 billion. And that's 20 billion rally coming at him. So Love Letter is on the team that I'm covering. So he just lost 1.7 billion. He was at 10.5 before. So that's a big hit. Okay, so Carfel is about to get hit. He's at 5.7. And he lost 1 billion. So far, these super rallies that I'm hearing are not just crushing people. So it must be people who are, you know, very low on one type of troop and they're getting picked off, or wow. 6.1. That looked like a 30 billion rally. Wow. 6.1 zeroed. Wow. That is crazy. So there should be fire coming from him, because I believe he's at 0 at 200 million there. Or did he put it out and he's going to heal quick? He should be on fire. Unless it took like 90%. There's the fire. A little bit of a lag. Wow, 6 billion. Okay, I'd rather watch the love letter defense. He's at 6.9, so he's been rallied twice now. Okay, let's look at this Chinese bear. 8.9. And what is coming at him? Thank you, Ed. Yeah, I think she's awesome. Pluto has 25 million coming at him, and he's at 5.4 right now. Oh, someone just poured it in with the Viking keep. Okay, so that Pluto one, did it land? He was at 5.4, 5.2 now. Yeah, I think that Elise is very, very good. Maybe not better than Scipio, but definitely debatable. And third place is far beneath the two of them. Okay, I don't see any rallies right now, so let's look at the scoreboard. Wow, look at these points. Those are massive, 30,000 a team. So Love Letter doing very well on defense. King Dariush, he is always up there. I remember him. There's the Hebrew Hammer from my server in 12th. So he is doing well. Waggy Monster. I am JT. So 21st place. He is one of my favorite players in the field. We play him sometimes in SVS, and he and I talk just a little bit, and he wants to solo me and hit me. And 6.7B here. This guy's about to get hit. And I'm curious to see how he would do in a solo against me. I have no doubt it's going to be an amazing attack. But last SVS, I just didn't feel like doing it. I just thought about, okay, so this guy lost 1.7. I was just thinking about, it wasn't the troop attack percentages I cared about because I have very good debuffs, but it was that he has now like about a 4 million march, and I think that would hurt. And I just didn't feel like healing my horse after. So maybe next time when it's consuming event and I gotta spend resources anyways. But no doubt JT is one of the best in the game. And today I am curious to see how I would do in a solo attack. Because I've been hit by people very similar in Battlefield, but not since the update. So I would like to see where I stand now. So this should start filling up fast. Yes, so the giant, oh, clicked on the wrong one there. All right, let's see what the man's got. He's got some reinforcements coming. He's at 4.6. I'm guessing he might end up at 0. Just a lot of stuff going on there. He was 4.6 and now 1.7. So I just want to see where the man Mott, that did put him top 6 right now. Okay. So when you do still get a lot of defensive points in those situations. I'm curious to see how many points you need to end up near the top, because there's so many points are going around here. Okay. This is a 23 million rally coming in, and he's at 8.4. Let's see how Tom handles that. 7.3, so he lost 1.1. Pretty good. So this bear one doesn't, seems, maybe it's people ghosting or some sort of fake, but the Joker is getting hit. 4.6, I think he's getting zeroed. 2.8, okay, so 1.8. So that was a 30 million rally that went at him, so he ate that. So he should be high in the scores. Maybe it hasn't updated yet. Or it could always be low-level troops that are sent. Like, there's been talk that some people have been sending lower-tiered troops, like T11 or 12, which won't give as many points away, and using whole number gear rather than percentages, as they cannot be debuffed. Okay, so this is a 25 million rally. $2 billion. To 1.9, so I guess they didn't send a full rally. So Alizada, your friend 352 will be in a different battle, because this one only goes up to 222, 222. Okay, we're cheering against Ina here. Oh, she ported. And I was just gonna say, I don't like her picture, because she reminds me of someone from my server, and porting away is exactly what that person would have done. So she represented her well. And we got a little lag here. We appear to be stuck, so we'll just wait and see if we have to restart the game, or so if it's whether it's a problem on my end, or if it's a problem on Evony's end. I'll give it a couple seconds, maybe a minute. If it doesn't come back, I will reload the game. Okay, so I will reload it and see if that clears it. Alizada, I don't know who's streaming it, but Evony would have sent out an email and had links to someone who's doing each continent. So you'll have to look at that. So look for the one that says Continent 2. So I'm just looking at some other people's live streams right now as mine is trying to load back in, and I just want to see if they are stuck as well.
Kingster calling a mounted rally. Let's see what we have here. So far, the Lion team is leading a handsome number of points.
Okay, so it appears they were stuck.
Bear is following with 71, followed by Stellon,
so there
58,
I am.
and
Mine's
Eagle Team
back
52.
now too, but you can
Looks
see
like Maxwell's blessing is wearing off from the Eagle
team. The lag.
Little bit asking for
let's
reinforcements, most probably.
Thank you, Yasha. And we will get right back. And it looks like Burnsy's skull is getting 34 million sent at him. Awesome, Alzada. And go enjoy whoever's stream it is that you... Looks like this person ported away, although we can't really see keeps right now. There they are. Go enjoy whoever's stream it is that has your friend. So Sam is getting 24 million sent at him, and Sam has the new Viking keep, so he is 6.1 billion in power. And let's see how he does. 6.1, wow, 4.3, so he lost 1.8. Yeah, so I'm curious what Evony's going to do with, so all these big rallies you're seeing, 30 million people, right? Or troops. Most alliances won't be able to fill that in a battlefield. So in order to drive their customer base to want to basically spend money to have a 30 million rally hall, maybe they'll do something like expand battlefield with more people, more players, something, I don't know, because you're gonna, like, I know my server, in order to have that be successful and be sustainable for a long period of time during the battle, like some alliances might be able to do it for a couple seconds and then for, you know, a couple attacks, and then they run out of troops. You'd have to merge like all the top players on our server and put them all together, and people just don't want to do that, right? People have their friends they play with, etc., in order to have a sustainable battlefield that lasts more than 15 minutes. Okay, so Peter's getting hit with 24 million here. He's 9.6 billion. A lot of action going on right around Peter here. And it's not letting me click on his keep. So hopefully he gets hit here like it said he was going to. War Tech, Virginia War Tech. I don't know what that means. I've seen a lot of porting this All-Stars. Yeah. Never. In the past, nobody would port because that would mean no one's going to hit you again. And you wanted to get hit. So the game has changed. So it's exciting. Okay, so Burnsies. See if this starts to fill up. No. Oh, we got a solo going on. Let's watch that. Okay, probably just went and sent horse. It might have been a siege. Hard to tell. I can only see the dragon. Oh, Ludwig. I recognize him. He is a top player that I used to play against. So we used to play against him in SVS all the time, and then we merged to Continent 1 and we no longer play him, but it looks like he is now merged to Continent 1 as well. He is a very good player and apparently an unlimited credit card, like many people. But what I mean is, in SVS he would just go hard and heal. 6.8, lost 1 billion. Yeah, Jennifer, how old is your server, or what server number are you on? I'm mad. .3. So Yasha, there's 4 teams. So if you look here, there's 4 teams, just like Battle of Shalans. But within those teams, people need to score points. And if your team is number 1, you get more places at the top. So for example, if Eagle wins, they would get 15 people in previous rounds to advance, and then only 10 more spots would be available for other players. Something like that. But there's no advancement here now because it's the finals. Jen, you're on server 12. Okay. Yeah, so I'm curious, how before everybody went in one alliance, was there lots of hatred? Everybody hated each other, they refused to merge together. What was the reason that made everyone merge together? Or are you the rare server that everybody just got along right from the start? And server 12, I believe we played you. I believe you are on JT's server, right? Because that rings a bell. I think we played server 12 last SVS. So MH had a rally set, but it might not have went. Yeah, so it looks like it got canceled. So it looks like Sam is going to begin the hit. He's at 4.3. And he's at 1.9 now. So he lost 2.4 billion on that hit. Eagerly awaiting your response, Sam. I love the politics part of the game. So I'm always curious how servers like that get along. How any server, like the rules they use, etc. Yasha, yes, you are allowed to heal. I personally would like to see them have a no heal rule, but Evony makes a lot of money on heal speeds, so I understand that would never happen. But yeah, people can heal, so kind of you can spend your way to win. Yeah, gotcha. So we are sort of experimenting with server naps now for the first time ever. The Barbarian event has brought that on. So, because tough event without naps. So we'll see where that takes us, but I have, well, it looks like Sam is going to begin hit again. I would think this will finish Sam off. He's at 1.9. And And Sam is now zeroed. So this and King Tron snuck in there to send a solo, I believe, and finish off whatever was left. So why'd you guys merge? For SVS, or because that way you don't have to fight for bosses? How's Battlefield work? That's always a contentious part because obviously everybody wants to be in Battlefield, or most people. And there's only 20 spots. 25 maybe now for BOC? I don't remember what Doc's was, but he's 6.5 now. Yeah, so Yasha, I would just say that that is a legit strategy for some people. Some people aren't happy with the server, so they, go rogue and 30 billion rally coming on King Tron. So he is at 6 billion. And now 2.9. Wow. And I know that King Tron is a very good player. So that is a big hit. So, yeah, that's just a strategy. If the powers that be, the alliances that are in charge, are making rules that not everyone likes, you have a little bit of recourse. You can kind of, tile and do some things. And yeah, that's good. Okay, let me see. I do hear baby Genghis a little bit right now, so Waggy Monster just lost 1 billion on that hit. Okay, so at 8.8, and not sure if there's a hit coming. So I'll just put the scoreboard up for a little bit. Oh, are we lagging again? The scoreboard's not working right now. So 9 in semis and 5 in finals. It's a bit boring with no fighting. Yeah, I guess it depends if you have your own set of resources already, like alts, etc. Okay, so looks like we are lagged out of the game again. So I'm going to reboot it. And actually, pretty good timing because I'm going to I'll get baby Genghis back to bed while this reboots. Usually takes about 2 minutes. So we also have our first time nap due to barbarians. Yeah, so maybe barbarians have become something that has made it a little bit more peaceful on some servers. So let's reload here and get back into it. All right, so we are back in the game. Sorry about that. And what you hear there is my alarm for bubbles. But I actually just forgot to turn it off, so I don't actually have a bubble that is due. So someone is going after throne, so you can get points, but it is a very small amount compared to what's available in attacks. So just catching up on the chat a little bit there. So a mine was rally, and 30 million was sent out of mine. Yeah, so that's the big thing, just the less stress, right, Jennifer? Your bubble's 5 minutes late, you're not going to die. So 4.8 billion here, and just got hit. Now 2.4, and there's Sam's fire still going on there. Yeah, so you can see there's probably a city there, yep. And some reinforcements that were late, and I bet they're having some of the same lag issues that I'm having, as I can't see the city appearing, and their reinforcements are late. So they're probably having some of the same issues. And this looks like people are hitting buildings. Yeah, Ed, that is always a concern. I know that we just had a nap for barbarians, and then it stopped for kill event KE today, and there was lots of people who forgot to put their bubble on for it. So I would guess over time people get better at it. But yeah. So last time for SCVS we had no problem, but for kill event people did not put it back on. So 3 billion just got hit, and $2.4 now, so you only lost 600 million. It really, this is annoying when I can't. I try to click on the city before they hit so I can see the power, but I keep getting stuck on all the lines, and I don't have an option box. Let me see if I could click that off. I have it clicked off normally. So let's see if I can get that off. Okay, so let's see if this helps the situation. This should allow me to click on buildings instead of marches. Now, if only I could see the buildings or cities. So Sav is down to 1.3. Oh, Cinnabon. Let's check out what's going on here. So this is one of the top players from, or maybe the top player. I don't want to say anything without knowing for sure. From server 18, I believe it is. Also plays with Fury and Lady Fury. So he's a 7.9. I wonder if the rally got called off. Yeah, it looks like the rally was called off. It was a decoy rally because there are the reinforcements going home. So it looks like Joker is about to get hit. Joker's at 2.4 and Joker's probably about to get zeroed. Yeah, Ed, you gotta set those alarms, just like you heard mine going off there. Need to be reminded, especially when, you know, people have multiple keeps and stuff. Trying to grow. Getting hit is, you know, sometimes you just never recover. Early on, it's even like a 2-3 month setback. If I got zeroed now, whew, it'd probably be a good half-year setback. Because lots of the troops live in Troop Soul, but then you got to pay resources to revive them. So Peter might be getting hit. 7.9. It looks like it was called off, unless that was just hitting as I was there. Yeah, I think I would quit. I'd probably stay and cause problems, honestly. I'd probably, you know, have a little bit of fun with some people I don't get along with, but for the most part, I'd be quitting, yeah. Or I'd just walk away. I don't know. It's a little different because I have the YouTube channel. So maybe I'd start over. I don't know what I'd do. I hope I never get put in that situation, but sometimes real life happens. So Mr. Hyde might be having a rally on him. 6.7B. It's not really filling. None of them are really filling up. Yeah, okay. Looks like they're not really filling up, so I'm just going to put the scoreboard on for a bit. And we'll just go down a little bit. And these are very big scores. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it here and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we appear lagged again, which is super annoying. So no update at all on that. This is very annoying that I have to keep restarting the game. Sorry about that, guys. But basically, I don't know. Maybe because All Stars is going on, Evony's kind of put it on the back burner and ignored it. But I'm going to... I'll ask them again once All Stars is over and I know they are not as busy. So, I don't know, but I know that one thing that the game has changed with siege rallies and people really looking at siege HP now. And basically, if you have under 500 siege HP, you are a sitting duck, and you should have upwards of 800. So you have to be changing gears. But one thing I can show you in the military, let me just see how the battle is going, and I could show you something. Hey, I could show you something in. Okay, so there's looks like there's a bit of a break, and there's no real rallies at the moment. So I'll show you something in the military academy. So this is the new military academy. And you can get an idea of just the type of attacks that are coming. So I heard most of the real top people have really started to do siege. And if you start to go down, so march size capacity stuff, and then here increase siege machine 1% and increase siege machine HP 2% when defending. So if you do 20 of these, you'll add 40% HP. And then if you just keep going down, you'll see all this extra stuff. So this is HP when attacking, and reduce enemy siege HP, so debuffing the enemy siege HP. So lots of it's really coming down to that sort of stuff. So the really good guys that you're seeing in Battlefield right now have completed this new tech, and they are just crushing people even with solos. I've heard solo siege attacks devastating people now. People going in with 1500 siege attack, 1600. Oh, Peter finally going to get hit. And this is an archer rally. Okay, look, and we're lagging out there, but hopefully it doesn't freeze out. Yeah, so Nam, the thing is, you can port away all you want, but you're not going to get points. So Peter was very big before. I'm curious to see what sort of power he has left. Yeah, so Hades is on my server in the same alliance as me. And yeah, it's not so much that you're K33 that you'd get one-shotted, but I'm not even talking about you, just talking about anyone in general. Before this latest update, a solo attack was pretty much 400 and below. Anything, once you started to get into the 600 range, you couldn't really solo anyone anymore. And Miss Phoenix just got zeroed. But now with the new tech, I don't know, you might start seeing 1 billion people get soloed by those top guys. So our server has I'd say there's 2 clear top players, and then another 2 right below them. And I just think the top 2 with their archer attack and siege, and they're probably the top 2 who would be able to come close to soloing people who are in the 900 million to a billion range if they're not a well put together city. Yeah, I think you're going to start to see some stuff like that. People are experimenting right now in Battlefield, so someone ported away here. People are experimenting because you don't want to hit someone in regular server play and splat and lose a bunch of troops. So once they start to figure out in Battlefield the damage they can do to people, I think you're going to start to see people getting a lot more aggressive. So this rally is just kind of sitting there. That's 3 people 8 million troops. It's a lot. So it could be 3 people ghosting, 2.5 million horse. So it doesn't look like there's anything going on again. So we'll look at the scoreboard. Hopefully I don't freeze out. So Waggy Monster is in first. Wow. Hebrew Hammer from my server is in third place. So that is White Mamba or Dirk. Anyone who isn't familiar with this name. Wow, that's very big. Top 3. I know he has a lot of really good attacks. I wonder if he's... I haven't seen any... So he's the green team. So I'll keep an eye out. But I haven't seen them attacking. So let me look at the scoreboard one more time. So I'm Eagle, 210,000. And he's on green, 220. I don't know if they're avoiding attacking certain teams. Because if you're fighting with someone for a placement, you don't give them points by attacking them. But it's complete tie here. Everybody's so close. Not sure what the fire means on Stallion. Does anyone know what that means? Why there's a circle of fire, a ring of fire on the Stallion? Is it? I guess because they're winning, right? That makes sense. Yeah. So they're in first place. So we'll see if that moves, if it changes. The largest march size I've seen, I think I've seen a 3.9 million now. Prior to that, it was 2.51 million, something like that was the largest. But it's drastically increased now. Awesome. And just as I was about to click on Peter, it clicks away. But he should be getting hit here. Yeah, so I think that's exactly what it does mean, David. And they continue to stay in the league, but Eagle, which is who I'm cheering for, it's actually not who I'm cheering for. That was a not very good joke, but basically it's the team that my view is through, so I can click in and their chat and see what's going on. So let's see what sort of scout reports they have if they're not deleted already. Yeah, so these are keeps that are pretty dead already. So Peter did get zeroed that time that I could not get on to him. So not sure what's happening right now, but there is no attacks at all. At least not from the Eagle team. Looks like they're not attacking. Oh, right here. So 1.3, and I'm guessing that was after he got hit. Oh no, so that got him. So he's now down to 367 and zeroed. Wonder if Eagle team is all dead. That's why they're not rallying anymore. Let's take a look around the Eagle team and see. Do they have anyone still alive? They got Roller Pig. We play against him in SVS. So he still has troops. Maybe they've all just IMJT. So JT Still at 8.8. Okay, let's see how much power he has remaining in second place. So he's normally 10.4 maybe, I think, and down to 5.2. I'm just going to watch a little bit here just because I am curious to see how he has his points. Is he the setter? That's mainly what I just want to see. Is he setting, or has he been taking defenses? Oh, and there's crayons. He's down to 4.9. I think he's normally 11. So I don't really see any action. Okay, so this looks like it's their rally setter. Colt from IFT. Okay, so Colt is... I've never heard of him before until there was a developer stream and he streamed it on Twitch, I believe. So that's the first time I ever heard of him. We've never, wonder does it say what server he's on here? Maybe if I go to scoreboard, let's look for Colt and see where he is, what server. There's Styles 63. Always liked his keep that he plays with. So unless I missed Colt's name, he is very, very low. Because I can't find him, but these are all good players and some people have to be at the bottom. But I'm guessing I missed him because if he's setting rallies, he would be near the top. I wish I could click on one of those teams and it would list only their players. Yeah, so Hades is kind of right. Probably just Sir Phillips. I have seen some... Was it Sir Phillips that I saw and had a few million of each T15? I thought it was someone else I saw. Oh, Mrs. Genghis has arrived home. Wonder if she'll come on camera. Probably just give me a look. Like, you loser. There's Colt here, server 14. And so those are all still ghosts. So I'll probably mute myself in a couple seconds. give Mrs. Genghis the update on baby Genghis. And so still pretty close, but Stallions remain in the lead. But it doesn't look like there's... I don't know where the attacks are coming from. They're not coming from the Eagle team. Because there's nothing going on except ghosting. That's a good question there, Jin Loves Tonic. I think no one's mom would watch them play. Maybe the top guys. Maybe their mom watches them play. The guys who spend all the money.
Okay, well, dinner was paid for. It's like an hour and a half out on the break or whatever. And then there's just so long to skip it. And they're like, hey, we'll honor you for your food. So, yeah, there's just a drink.
Yeah, so Jin Loves Tonic. I muted myself as Mrs. Genghis returned home and just had to talk to her a little bit. And that's over now. Now you guys got my full attention. But Jennifer, so you made All Stars before and your mom did not watch you? Is that what we're hearing? How did that make you feel? Hades' mom would watch. I know Hades' dad would watch them. David, I believe it's right around 4 million for a solo march. I believe it might be 4.1, 4 million. It's right around there. So I've actually, yeah, I did mute for real life. Both, JT's setting a rally on someone. Let's see if it's on the team that it is not. So we're not going to be able to chase it. So JT's going somewhere. Where's JT going? That guy got sent home. Okay, how's that? I'll turn it right up. That should be better. So I'll ask again in case Jennifer didn't hear me. So did you make All-Stars and your mom failed to watch you? And David, as I was replying, I said that the largest rally solo March size is right around 4 million now, give or take a little bit, depending on things like rings, etc. So JT is setting a rally on someone. Looks like it's Siege Rally. And let's see if we can see where it goes, because I can't exactly I can't follow his attacks, because so it was right here on Ashley Paps. So I can't follow his because it's not, I can only do that for rallies that involve the team I'm in, whether they're attacking or defending. But it sure seems like Eagle Team is done, because I haven't seen any rally from them in a while. But they're getting points still. They're in second place somehow. I guess Waggy Monster, maybe he's just soloing somewhere. Let's try and find him. So how did that make you feel that your mom didn't watch you? So there should be, okay, so IMAD is down here, 2.8. Waggy Monster should be somewhere here as well. If he's in first place, he's got to be in on the action. But okay, so looks like they're setting a Cav rally in the chat on Love Letter. So Love Letter is currently at 0. So we couldn't get in fast enough to see what power he was at before, but he's definitely now 0. Yeah, your mom goes to bed at 8:30. Hey man, even if your mom went to bed at 11:30, she wouldn't be able to watch you play in this All-Stars. I hate this time that Evony has. I know they were complaining a bit that none of the streamers streamed. Like, it was very low number of streamers. And I told them it's the time. You can't expect it's not COVID anymore. So people, I go to work now. The past 2 years, I got to work from home. So I could easily stay up. But now I go to work. I'm not staying up till 2. And then by the time I get to bed, it's 2:30, maybe 3. I told them they have to start to make time zone qualifiers. So the first round preliminaries, time zone. So play at 9 p.m. Done at 11, go to bed. No one wants to stay up till 2 a.m. for a mobile game. And it's 3 a.m. After daylight savings time is reset. So in the springtime. Yeah, so you're in California, so that's 3 hours different than me. So you're at 11, right? No, not 10. Yeah, so it's 10:15 for you. Yeah, so that's good. Styles. Okay, so Waggy Monster is setting something on Styles. And this is my favorite keep in the game. This one that Styles has. 3.9. So he was at 3.9 and he just got hit. He's now at 2.6. Your kid watched you though. Okay. My wife just gives me a look like, fuck are you doing? She hates this game. She likes it a little better now that I have a YouTube channel. It's actually one of the main reasons I started it, was just so like I had an excuse to play. Like, look, making a little bit of money off it, not wasting my time, but still not that happy with the game. Yeah, Ed. I actually did not answer that because I never saw that question earlier. So that's a very good question. And yeah, I think it would. A lot of people are using, I said earlier, for T11 archers, a lot of people are T11 archer rallying with whole numbers because they can't be debuffed. And it ends up being about 25-26% that you're getting if you get a max whole number at T11. And T11 happens to be a very popular siege attack. So it would make sense that people are using whole numbers on that. But basically, you know, any siege attack coming at you, you just get out of the way. Like, there's just no point. It's going to hurt. But it depends why we all play, right? Everybody plays for a different reason. So, like for me personally, I think this... So Dox is getting rallied here. Let's check his power. I think this Barbarian event sucks. And I don't understand why he's at 2.1. I don't understand why so many people in my alliance want to play it. I think they'd be better off staying in the hive and rallying. But I do understand that, so he lost 900 million. I do understand there's a part of the game that's just like, hey, people are having fun with this. Why they come in, let them do it. Right? So Evony puts some events, and some people like them, and some people like different ones. But everybody plays the game for a different reason. So where I was going with that was, some people like to just go do PvP and lose troops, and it's cool to them. And some people want to build up the highest power number they can and avoid any sort of contact. I'm kind of in between those stages. I do like a bit of action, but nothing that, you know, I'm not suicidal. I'm not kamikaze. I'm not going to do stuff that's purposely going to ruin my keep. I do build with goals in mind of getting bigger and better. So maybe this guy's ghost rallies ended, and that's what was happening there. Someone was trying to kill his few remaining horse. And another thing, Ed, with those flat numbers, like, it just costs so much to refine. So at the end of the day, really, you might as well just, like, if you can, just play with the biggest coiners, because they'll make it easier on you. Let them spend. And they need you to fill their rallies and, you know, for enjoyment and social reasons. So you're not just completely leeching. But the game changes all the time, and you just can't afford to change refines all the time. But whole numbers for siege would make sense because it's just so easy to debuff siege. Like, I think I debuff somewhere up to like 1,500% on siege now, maybe 16 or 1,700. I don't even know. But nobody attacks with that, so you don't have to. So this person's at 4.9, but I think that was just ghost rally, not real rally. So if you had whole numbers for your siege attack, that could make a big difference. On offense. On defense, when someone's attacking you, they generally are not bringing, they're doing a rally, so they're not going to be debuffing your defensive siege. But if you are full of T11 and down siege, even T12, it might be better to have whole numbers on defense. I'd love to see what some of these big players have for defense. Okay, looks like he's going to be receiving a rally, and he's at 3.6 right now. So he just got hit by Eagle team, and he's down to 2.3. So he lost 1.3 billion. Looks like he might have. Oh no, those are probably his reigns leaving. I was gonna say, almost looks like he took a double rally from another team that snuck in there as well. Colt is hitting this guy. So he's at 1.6. Have to believe this is fire coming here. So 1.6. Oh, he held up. He only lost 700 million. And someone just soloed him for a little bit extra. Got him down a little more. I think people are just going to keep hitting this guy right now until he's done. So let's look at the score. Waggy Monster doing very well. And yes, you guys are right. Wow. So the fire has moved to Team Eagle, which is the one I'm watching. But wow, this is so surprising to me because they don't seem to be doing anything. Like when I watch this, they have no rallies. And I see the rallies going all over the place in other areas. But I guess maybe they're just being conservative and smarter. And, you know, maybe letting other people attack and weaken someone, and then they do the next rally. There's a lot of strategies to a four-way game. It's basically a war, right? Like World War II, for example. America took a very, you know, relative to other countries, less losses in soldiers' lives than other countries because, you know, they waited longer to enter, they fought on less fronts, that sort of stuff. So if you could do that in this sort of battle, let other people fight each other, weaken each other, and then jump in, there could be some strategy to it. Waggy trying to keep Eagles alive. Yeah, Waggy is a beast. And if you look here, 306, 309, they're still up there. Let's go around, look at all the barbecues all over. Okay, so I'm going to try and take a look here and just see at my server, see if I can access my server rankings. Just curious to see if the one player from my server has what his wall general looks like. So let's see what type of gear he has on. If he has siege defense gear. So it's all mounted troop stuff, looks like. But want to see if he has... Yeah, so he's using all percentages. He has a couple whole numbers for siege. But let's get back to the action. So that's one thing that I like to do when I'm making decisions on my generals. I like to look and see what other really good people are doing. So Waggy just dominating. Half hour left. But I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it going because I think he's a one-man team at this point. A lot of his teammates seem to be zeroed. So no, I don't think any of the new gear is good for Siege yet. Let me just look. We can look at it. It's quiet time in the battle right now. Everyone's probably discussing a few strategies, debating if they want to heal anything. But we can look at all the new gear and see where it's all best used for. So if you look at the Plantagenet, let's see what the... So this one's multi-purpose. Most likely you'd use it for range. And this one would be range for sure. So Plantagenet seems to be almost all range. This hat looks like it's good for a wall general. But you kind of have to wait and see what everything else does. This weapon is just junk. I don't know what it does. So I'm not seeing anything for Siege yet. Just more Siege debuffs. And who knows what these ones will do. I would have thought the American one would have had Siege, but it wasn't. So not sure which civilization will be helping Siege, but it's going to be whichever one has an axe, I'm assuming. Okay, so love letter on Eagle team. He's sitting right near throne, and he's probably just gonna, I guess, fight with this guy who's close to 0 as well, and fight for that throne for a little bit. Ground, eh? So, you know, to be honest, I think they're all just kind of mixed. Except Plantagenet seems to be all archer. Or mostly archer. The helmet's mount. The boots are kind of mount. But, like, the American one that just came out, that jacket is awesome for ground. So Bear must have healed because I remember him getting hit a lot earlier. Oh, change. Oh, was that a port swap maybe? Oh no, I'm calling the guy named Bear because of his alliance named Bear. So just getting a little tired here, I guess. Lots and lots of people on fire. You could only see the main page, not the individual gear. Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna be doing with. What I do hope is that it's available for free to us. You know, in a couple months, a half a year. Yeah, sure, send it. I'd love to see. Sure, let's see how they're doing. For some reason, the standings move very slow. I'm not sure why that is. So the standing page doesn't appear to be moving, but David's question, I believe there's a buff if you can hold these towers. It says there's a buff coming from it, 20%, so I'd assume there is, or else no one would really go for them. But I know you can't bring in like your like king titles and stuff for buffs. No, Stallion not in the league. Looks like Eagle is. Okay, there we go. There's JT in 13th. Trying to get you the scores, Jen, but I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Got him moving a bit. Here we go. Burnsy Skull in 19th. 20th now. I am not playing. If I was, I would be zeroed a long time ago. Oh, the cards. Yeah, I don't think there's card buffs in this. Just like there are no medical accounts. Medical tents. I wish they'd make the fire bigger, just like the keep is bigger. Make the fire bigger. Maybe even have some of these towers fall off. Okay, so looks like they're putting a rally on Cold, Waggy Monster. So he is at 2.3. And they got him down to 0. Okay, so maybe I was right that Team Eagle is slow playing, letting other people do the first hits and then coming in for the hit at the end. Yeah, it's looking like Bear and Lion are falling behind, but 20,000 points, you know, they've already got over 300, so 20 can happen fast. Awesome, thanks. I'll check that out. Okay, and looks like we may have lagged in the game. I'll restart it. And I do see your screenshot, so I'm trying to pull that up. Yeah, so that looks like it is a Chinese culture and ground culture. So looks really cool too. And yeah, lots and lots of ground in the set piece bonuses. All right. All right, thanks, Ed. Have a good one. And yeah, this is the problem with the time of the day that Evony has the matches. I wonder if the players have to do this when they lag out, if they ever have to reboot, and then they're just left vulnerable. Or if they all lag out at the same time also, so the game just freezes on everybody. But yeah, this has been one of the biggest frustrations with Evony, is that their servers continue to lag all the time. And I've played other games that are very, very similar. Like, all these games are the same. The keep might be called City Hall or Castle, different things, but they're all the same, and you build all the same way. But the other games don't lag. They never lag. The other games are perfect. So I don't understand why Evony continues to lag. Maybe it's just because they hit the sheer amount of players and servers they have. But still, it shouldn't be a problem. David, you think the other games turn down the effects? Because I would say Evony has very low effects and quality. Like, Evony's quality of appearance is very low compared to other games, but it's its simplicity that I think makes Evony such a success. Like, it's so easy to learn. There's not a big learning curve. Like, you could become really good at it, really knowledgeable pretty easily, where other games it's like you're constantly learning and the stuff is different and changes. In other games I play, you can change the formation of your army in battle and it changes the outcome. And Eagle appears to be pulling away, so we must have missed something in there. Yeah, does it to the players too, which is unfortunate, because then something very lucky, right? Something that unskillful could affect the game. Someone could gain an advantage from not being disconnected. Okay, so where is Love Letter? Not Love Letter, it's Waggy Monster we want to see. Yeah, I think the graphics are very, very low in Evony. Like, just look at this. It's two-dimensional. There's no 3D. Like, yeah, this keep looks really cool. This one here, Calypso, that's an awesome, awesome looking keep. But it's really only cool because the other ones suck. Like, other games, the graphics are amazing. And no lag. I'd just like a real explanation as to why. Maybe because how many servers? Maybe it's just too expensive. So, Jennifer, tell me, if you made All-Stars before, why didn't you make All-Stars now? Do you guys take turns in your alliance because the whole server's there picking who goes? Because it's hard for everybody to qualify. So I understand that. You just had no interest, been there, done that. When you did make it, did you get a dragon? Did you make it to the second round? When's Miser going to get to go? What about Mizzy? Oh, sorry. Wrong server. I mixed your good player, JT, up with Crayons, who is on theirs. But, so forget those two names I threw out. But how do you guys decide who goes to All-Stars? Or is it just a free-for-all, and whoever's close in points, we kind of help them in the last week? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ilben. Like, for the amount of money some people spend on this game, you'd think they would improve the graphics. Like this. Like I can't even see the battle logs. I wanted to try and find a way to get to the location of where Eagle set a rally, but it's telling me there's no battle logs. So it was on this guy's C-Bone. Man, he's zeroed. So, oh, Stallion almost in the lead. Like, there's just nothing going on right now. But there are some points being put up. Oh, so Jennifer, you played this season. When you lost Wednesday. That's good. That means you got the dragon because you played Monday. Didn't make it Wednesday. So, is this your first All-Star Dragon? If yes, which one are you going to choose and why? I would choose Layden. Oh, so there are buffs. Yeah, so Jen, you basically play a round or two of this qualifying season, and then whoever's doing well, you kind of push those people. So the first couple weeks are kind of just, let's see how it goes. And Stallion has taken the lead on Eagle team. So it looks like it's coming down to those two teams for the win. 12 from one server and one alliance to make it. That's really, really good. I think my server had 6. 5 from one alliance and then 1 from the other. And that one guy's the one who's here now. So the other 5 were eliminated. Love this guy's name. Devs eat my ass. So he is 4.6B. And now he is 3.1. So they took 1.5 off of him. It looks like they're going to cav rally this person. Let's see what's up if we can see the scout. Yeah, okay. To Bill. Looks like they're going right back after him. He's at 3.2. And 0. Oh, that should be enough to put Eagle in the lead. Let's check. Yes, they're now up by 5,000. That was a very timely attack. Very nice. Yeah, that's a good point, Jen. Whoever gets the buffs for the team heals, just massive. Ground Dragon, because you already have Needhog for archers. Yeah. I don't know what I would do. I'm hoping to get Needhog very soon in the next season or two. I almost had him just before All Stars the season before that, but I think I was in 105 or 107 place after 3 weeks, and it fell off. So I'd love to get him, and then I'll put him on Archer, but I feel like I'm going to do that temporarily, and then if I ever get Layden, I'd move Needhog back to Horse, and then free up Fafnir for Siege. And then Celtic goes to ground because he can do that. Yeah, Jen. So that's pretty classic move. Have you heard of the other strategy that people do to make All-Stars or make Wonder 3? Instead of having people sit out, they just make deals with the opposing team and have the enemy team. Everybody says, hey, we want this guy, this guy, this guy to get points. And then each team takes turns zeroing themselves on that person, attacking with no general and just giving away points, and both teams end up pushing the people that they want for lots of points. And it's very frustrating to see, like in regular season, not All-Stars, to see the scores. Sometimes I'll see people with 35, 40,000 points in a round, and they're like 2 billion power. And there's only one way that can happen. So Eagle hanging on still, 405. See if we get a final rally here. So there's 8 minutes left in the match. I think there's less. I think that's, oh, that says 1700 days. Yeah, so that's wrong. I think there's about 5 minutes left. Yeah, so no, I feel like everybody's going to save 1 or 2 final rallies and try to go after it. Yeah, it's just one of those things that's going on, and Evony, look at that, very close. Oh, within 100 points. Yeah, it's just one of those things, and I don't. Ebony would have to actually seriously punish people for it, like suspend people, expel people, and they haven't shown any sort of ability to do that. Great. Missed the attack. Mouse bounces around. Yeah, no, Jen, I wasn't thinking that you guys do that. I was just wondering if you heard of it, if you knew that people are doing this. I'm sure it's happening for All Stars qualifications as well, because I just can't see there being 200 people getting 20,000 points a round. That's just insane. Like, I know people like JT can do it, and probably everybody in this round can do it, or most of them. But if they're in alliances with each other, it's harder. Because you got to share points and help each other qualify. I don't know how much fun it is to be one person, be the only one making it in the alliance, when you could probably have more people if you just... Oh, looks like there's... JT is rallying someone right now. If you just get a few less points for yourself. Okay, so this guy was zeroed, so it looks like he healed again, because I swear he was on fire. So he's at 1.2, and he should end up on fire here. Yes, so zeroed. So Jen, how do you pick who goes into Battlefield? Because don't you have more than 20 people who want to play? So Lafayette is at 4.7, and he's getting rallied by JT. Guess they called it off. Maybe it was a fake one. It was set for 60 minutes. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. Oh, wow. I don't know what Stallion did there, but they just pulled ahead by 20,000 points. They were up 100, and looks like it's over. All right, so here we are. There's the top three. Those guys are obviously awesome, as most people are who are playing. There's JT in 12th. Let's look at some of these other ones we may have missed. There's the big boy Ludwig and Crayons. DJ, recognize him. Let's keep going down here. It's kind of just like the end of a movie. The credits going here. Getting all these names out. Yeah, that's what it looks like, David. So, probably got some reins pulled out and one for the win right at the end. Okay, so there's Joker and Ina. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for any technical difficulties there were, or the crying baby that took me away for a minute. But I'll have another video out tomorrow on some other stuff. And that's it. So have a good night, guys. See ya.